Sebastian. I'm here at the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Very pleased to be joined by Dr. Suchitra Sebastian from the Department of Physics at the University of Cambridge. Now, what's your message here at Davos?
So we're a team here from Cambridge, all of us working on different research areas connected to reducing carbon emissions, increasing energy efficiency. I work on superconductors. These are materials that carry electricity perfectly with absolutely no loss. They're amazing, exciting quantum materials. And so the message I'm bringing is that we're doing fundamental research on improving these materials, and this is translatable into technologies. And so while it's around the corner, people should be looking now to see what are the transmission lines of the future going to be. Renewables around the corner, we need to move these from one place to another. We need better transmission solutions. Electric aircraft, we need superconducting motors. Smart technology uses too much energy, it's very carbon inefficient. We need superconducting chips. If we need these, what research do we do now to make that possible? And how do we accelerate that process? What does sort of breakthrough fundamental research have to do with technologies that are groundbreaking? We need the two to be connected for us to do research in laboratories to make this into a much better, more sustainable planet of the future.
So if you say around the corner, just how close are we talking?
So some superconductors already exist. So there's a 1 kilometer long electrical transmission line, which is perfectly, 99% perfectly conducting in Essen in Germany. The point is, it's not yet completely commercially viable, and it's not very easy to engineer. But the thing is, if you look at how much cost in carbon emissions this would equal, the question is it a technology that we want to adopt only when it becomes self-commercially sustainable, or is it a technology we want to invest in advance of it becoming commercially sustainable because it's so important for the planet? And the kind of research that we do, we need to be investing in it now to say, well, for the technologies of the future, meaning 10, 20 years, this is not 100 years, this is quite a tight timeline. When it's so important, it's critical for the planet, these technologies. So we need to be looking at them right now.
And what's your specific area of expertise? Where are you looking to do more research in?
So I'm looking at superconductors. And the thing about them is these are complicated quantum materials, which we don't fully understand. And in order for them to become more widespread, we need better superconductors. So in order for them to work perfectly, to conduct electricity without any loss, we need to cool them down to a fairly low temperature. So we'd like more materials that would operate at higher temperatures, that are easier to make into wires. But if we don't understand them, understand the physics behind them, it's hard to know where to look and how to find them. So what my laboratory is doing is we found a way to design superconductors in some way by starting with materials that are not superconducting, but they're almost there. The materials that are on the verge of being a superconductor. So then we take these and we exert large forces on them. We press them and make them into superconductors. So we're essentially trying to find a more directed route to find superconductors in conjunction with studying the physics of them to see what physics is it that's so crucial to making the best superconductors. It's amazing, it's 20 years, and the quantum physics is so complicated that we still don't fully understand it. So it's a really exciting area, both from the fundamental physics side, to understand what makes it work, like what's so special about, what are the electrons doing that make the special effect happen, and at the same time, look at how can we make better materials in a very practical way to make better superconducting wires of the future.
Thank you very much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.